It's a very good morning. I hope you are fine and doing well, students. Students, you are studying consumer equilibrium, and in that we have discussed consumer equilibrium. What is consumer equilibrium? We have discussed the concept of utility analysis, and we're going through indifference curve, indifference that we have already discussed. We were discussing properties of IC, that is IC slopes downward. First property is discussed in my video lecture. Second property, IC is convex to the origin. Third property, higher IC indicates higher level of satisfaction. These three properties we have discussed and it is done. Now two properties more is left, that is ICs never intersect each other and IC does not touch x-axis and y-axis. In this video lecture I will be discussing both the properties. Apart from that we will see some budget set in concept of budget. So students, just go through the video lecture and let us continue. See the fourth property, that is ICs do not touch or intersect each other. As I said, ICs do not touch or intersect each other. So let us assume that ICs touch or intersect each other. Okay, we are just assuming that IC touch or intersect each other. And in this graph you can see that there is IC1 and IC2. Two ICs are there and they touch and intersect each other. In order to understand ICs do not touch or intersect each other, I have made an assumption. Let us suppose that it touches or intersect each other. Now students, see, at IC1 you can see 2 points A and B. Okay, that means A is equal to B because it offers the same level of satisfaction we have studied. Now IC2, at IC2 you can see 2 points A is equal to C. So when A is equal to B, A is equal to C, logically it means B is equal to C. If I say A is equal to B, that is equation 1, and A is equal to C, that is equation 2. So when A is equal to B, A is equal to C, that means that B is equal to C. But students, is it possible? Let us see. Can B is equal to C? It is impossible that B is equal to C because consumption of both the goods are not same. The consumption of good Y is same. On Y graph you can see it is same because it lies on the same point. But on X axis if you see, it is not the same. Just see B. If I draw a line from here and let us take it as B, and at C if I draw a line, let us R. So, and this is okay. So if you say this OP and OR is greater than OP, but obviously this OR is greater than OP. So hence it is concluded that consumption of good X is greater. So then consumption of good X is greater at point C than at point B. But obviously OR is greater than OP. So B can't be equal to C, and we know that higher level of IC indicates higher level of satisfaction and IC offers higher level of satisfaction than B. So this can never intersect each other or touch each other. It will be made as we have studied in a last property, that higher IC shows higher level of satisfaction. So it can never touch or intersect each other. Hope you understood that IC do not touch or intersect each other. Now let us see the last property, that is ICs do not touch x-axis or y-axis. Okay, we have seen that IC is downward sloping, IC is convex to the origin, higher IC indicates higher level of satisfaction, IC does not touch or intersect each other. So IC do not touch neither x-axis and nor y-axis. How? Now see this axis. Suppose IC touches y-axis. So what does it imply? It implies that consumption at this point of good X is what? 0. At initial point, starting point, consumption of good X is 0. And here if it touches x-axis, it implies that consumption of good Y is at some point 0, which is not possible. We have studied in indifference set, that is combination of two goods which offer the same level of satisfaction and consumer is indifferent to each other. So we have studied that there is some consumption is not 0. So hence it is not possible that IC touches x-axis or y-axis. as he can never touch x-axis and y-axis. Okay students, now we will see budget set. Okay students, now we are going to see budget set. Now just see this budget set. Budget set refers to attainable combination of a set of two goods given prices of goods and income of the consumer. It means that it refers to attainable combination of set of two goods. Here word is attainable combination. That means within that income of the consumer, whatever income he is having in his pocket, with that income he can purchase a set of two goods, which is attainable combination. That means he can purchase the goods. Now to understand this concept, I have written here an example. See, let us suppose a consumer has a budget of rupees 60. Suppose the income of the consumer, income doesn't mean that what he is earning. Here money income means what he has in his pocket. Suppose he has 60 rupees in a pocket and he has to purchase two goods. He has to spend this 60 rupees on two goods. Let it be good 1 and good 2. Also assume the price of good 1. Good 1 is rupees 2 per unit. Okay. Good 1, suppose he has to purchase good 1, and good 1 price is rupees 2 per unit, and good 2 price is rupees 1 per unit. So how he is going to spend that 60 rupees on two goods? So we are going to say this hence budget set is what it refers to attainable combination of a set of two goods given prices of goods and income of the consumer. That means he has to purchase a set of two goods which he can attain a possible combination or attainable combination of two goods within that money income and the given price of the goods. Now let us see budget set of the consumer. This is schedule. Students, I told you in whole microeconomics you will be studying the definition, then some examples, and then schedule, and then finally graph. So here's the schedule. I told you our money income is rupees 60. So he has to spend his 60 rupees on two goods in such a way that he cannot exceed more than 60. He has to purchase within that 60 rupees. So unit of good 1, he has not purchased any unit of good 1. That means price of per unit of good 2 is 1. So 60 rupees all he spent on good 2. Now second, what happened? He purchased 10 units of good 1. That means 2 into 10, 20 rupees he has spent. Okay, because price of good 1 is rupees 2 per unit, I told you all. So 2 10 20 rupees he spent. Now he has 40 rupees in pocket. Whole 40 spent on good 2. Again, let us see. Now he purchased units of good 1 20. That means 2 20s are 40. 40 rupees he spent on unit of good 1. He has 20 rupees in his pocket. He spent on good 2. Likewise, he is doing attainable combination of both the goods. Now whole 60 rupees he spent here on unit of good 1. 2 30s are 60. So here he will not purchase any good. So this is what the schedule. And what is budget equation? Budget equation is price of good 1 into x1. What is this x1? Okay, price and quantity of good 1. X means unit of good x. Good x, it can be any good. Price into quantity plus price of good 2 into quantity of good 2, which is equal to total expenditure. Okay, so likewise, if it is asked expenditure, if price is given, quantity is given, and price of good 2 and quantity of good 2 is given, so you can easily calculate total expenditure if it is asked. So hope this is clear to you what is budget set. Budget set refers to attainable combination of a set of two goods given price of goods and income of the consumer. That means a consumer goes to the market with certain amount of money in a pocket and he has to spend that money on two goods. So how is going to spend? And you know, when you go to the market you purchase goods, so it has some price. So you have to adjust your money income within that price so that it may not exceed. So this is what was all budget set. Now we will see, we have seen schedule, now we will see the graph. So graph is what? It's just a graphical representation of budget set. Okay, what is budget line or price line? We will see the graphical representation of budget set, that is called budget line or price line. Now we are going to see that. So students, we will see budget line or price line. It is just a representation of budget schedule which you have seen right now. So this schedule, that schedule has been represented here. Okay, when good 1 was 0, good 2 was 60. When good 1 was 10, then the amount spent on good 2 was 40. And when good 1, the amount spent was 30 here, so it was 0. So likewise, This diagrammatic representation is just representation of the schedule which we have seen right now. Now what is budget line or price line, student? You can say in a very simple word, it is a representation of budget set, but you have to clear what is budget set. So you can't write just budget line as a representation of budget set if it is asked. So you will represent it the definition likewise. Budget line shows different possible combination of good 1 and good 2. In this you can see it is a presentation of good 1 and good 2, where a consumer spend his income either on good 1, okay, either on good 1, either he spend his full income on good 1, as he did here. 30 to 30 the 60, 60 rupees was the money income. He totally spent his income on good 1, and on good 2 it was 0. Or he spent his income on good 2, either he spent whole his income on good 2, as it is 60, so 60 rupees was spent here and it was 0 on good 1. So it is shows possible combination of good 1 and good 2, where consumer spend his income either on good 1 or good 2 or on both the goods. So this is what called budget line or price line, students. So hope this much is clear to you all. Go through my videos once, twice. If not understood, then go thrice. Hope you will understand, and go through the text lines of your books also in order to understand it in much better way. Thank you, students.